What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here on Saturday night, November the 7th, 2020 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, we got a big game tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But make sure you check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Sportscaster, Facebook, DolphinsTalk.com. Believe in Fans Talk podcast as well. Don't forget to check that out. Check me out on all my platforms. You already know they're TD Fans Talk or Believe in Fans Talk podcast on Apple or Spotify. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Thank you for everyone who donates to the channel. Appreciate the Patreon members. Just love y'all, man. Here we are Saturday night, and the Miami Dolphins find themselves 4-3 and playing some of the best football we've seen in the last 20 years. But now we have what I like to call a formidable opponent. The toughest game that I believe we've had all season. I know we've had San Francisco, we've had the Rams, but I really do think that this is the toughest game that we would have had all season. Shout out to Vic Koster in the comment section and Engraven Vids in the house. What's up, homie? But listen, y'all, I just start thinking like, man, can we beat the Arizona Cardinals? And as a Dolphin fan, you're going to ask yourself that over and over and over. Can we beat them? And I figured, hey, why don't we just ask them? You know, we ain't got to go crazy in our mind the whole time wondering. Let's ask them. Shout out to HZ Sports Fan who is joining me tonight. What's up, homie?
What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for having me on, man.
No, thanks for being with us, man. I definitely appreciate it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here in front, okay? I'm a little nervous right now that we play the Arizona Cardinals. Even though we're gonna nip this in the bud right now. We're gonna win the game, but this is the most nervous game that we've had all year. Hopefully you don't mind. I want to ask you some questions about this game. All right.
Let's go. Yeah.
First and foremost, what do you think about this game?
Honestly, I'm really excited about it. Before we get started, I want to say thank you so much for beating the Rams and beating the San Francisco 49ers. You helped the NFC West a lot, so thank you so much for doing that.
Well, we're going to run through the whole division. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll see about that. But I'm actually really excited about this game, no doubt, man. I know there's maybe not a lot of national attention, but there is because it's Tua versus Kyler. It could possibly be this for the future and future games to come. So I'm really excited about it to see how it's going to start.
Wow. Tua versus Kyler. Who's the better quarterback?
You're asking me? Kyler, man. Kyler, bro. And there's not even a doubt in my mind. I mean, obviously, Tua Tagovailoa's got the one win over Kyler in that Orange Bowl, which was a really good game.
1-0.
Which is a really good game. But Alabama versus the Sooners, you're going to always have to give it to Alabama. I mean, let me just tell you that right now.
Well, at least we get to find out who's the better quarterback tomorrow. Sure. How about that?
Love that.
I have confidence our boy is going to reign supreme on top. But so tell me, let me ask you this. What do you feel like is Arizona's biggest concern in this game?
Great question, man. Honestly, the biggest concern right now is our DB position. We ended up going through a couple different situations where Byron Murphy, our second-year cornerback, which usually plays a slot position, he ended up, being put on the list that that everything that's going on right now. Drake Kirkpatrick is also listed as out, which is our 2 and 3 cornerbacks. So we have Patrick Peterson, and it seems like we're kind of scrounging for other DBs. I heard Prince Amukamara might be available. We'll see exactly what happens with him, but we're kind of playing third, fourth stringers on DB. So a little worried on that, especially with Devontae, Parker there, but I think Patrick Peterson's got it.
Patrick Peterson's got Devontae Parker. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Okay. And what about your linebacking core? You feel good about that with Mike Gesicki coming across the middle at tight end for us?
No, that's where I'm worried about. So if you play fantasy football, I would definitely say put Mike Gesicki in there for sure. I like Devondre Campbell and I like Jordan Hicks. The only thing is that I don't think they do very well in coverage. Now, we have Isaiah Simmons, which is the rookie that we ended up getting for, this last NFL draft, but I just don't think we're using him right. He came out with a really clutch interception against Russell Wilson, but I don't just feel like we're using him right.
Well, let's switch gears slightly here. So what do you feel like you all have an advantage over in this game? Where's
Great.
the advantage that you all see?
Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and use some Fin fans, is what you guys call yourself. I mean, I actually put a preview on, and there was a lot of people coming onto my channel. Like there were some nice ones and some, obviously the ones that are kind of like a little rude or whatever. But a lot of people say that the hardest thing or the thing that they're really worried about is Kyler Murray, being a mobile quarterback. And I'm going to stick to that as well. That Kyler Murray now kind of found a groove to be balanced as to when he knows how to, throw the ball or get rid of the ball or run the ball himself. So I like that. It seems like we're getting some progression on there, because last year it was really, really bad. He took a lot of sacks. He kind of sat down on his butt a lot, and it just wasn't a good look. He's doing a lot better this year.
So you think that's your advantage, Kyler Murray using those legs, getting out on us, picking up first downs.
And just the obvious D-Hop, too. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, the best wide receiver in all of NFL. I mean, we also got DeAndre Hopkins. You just got to throw it up, and he's got to do his thing,
Do you know what's going on in our secondary?
I don't. I do know that you guys have really, really good DBs.
2 of the top 10 in the NFL right now, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But D-Hop, though.
What about him?
You'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
10 hours around there.
Now, the only reason I can't talk yet on the D-Hop conversation is because I don't know which one of our great corners is going to guard him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to be Byron Jones, who has one of the least separation ratios in the NFL, or if it's going to be Xavier Howard picking off Kyler Murray about 4 times tomorrow. I don't know.
4 times. Okay.
I have no clue. I don't know how many X has right now. I think it's like 4 or 6 or something like that. But
nice.
He's having a good season. But have you seen what our defense has been doing lately, being the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL?
I've been seeing what you were doing against the NFC West teams, and I'm glad that you did it, especially, San Francisco 49ers and the Rams. Kudos to that. Honestly, obviously I'm not sitting here watching Finn's, Dolphin games and stuff like that. You just watch the highlights, especially when something good happens in the standings. So you want to take a look at it. But no, I actually don't know too much about your defense. If you want to go and break it down for me, other than the DB position.
That's very interesting because first we benched San Francisco's quarterback because we were dominating so much. Mm-hmm. Goff, they should have benched them. Honestly, the score was like 30-something-10 the whole game. Right. They got another touchdown in trash time in the 4th quarter when we were in prevent. Just keep on letting them, work their way down the field to run the clock. But we really made the quarterbacks in your division look terrible. Terrible. And one way that we've been able to do that, we've sent a lot of blitzes.
Right.
That's why I'm actually positive and worried at the same time about Kyler Murray, and here's why. We sent 0 blitzes. And if you're familiar with that, everybody comes.
Right.
All your receivers were man to man, so there will always be one guy who is unblocked coming at Kyler Murray. And which means he either has to get rid of the ball within 1.5 seconds for a quick pass, which our great corners play bump and run. See, D-Hop is the type of guy he's going to need for his route to develop to make you look bad. He's going to need to run crazy on you 10 yards down the field. But we're not allowing people to even have a route to go past 10 yards down the field because we send the house. That makes me feel good about Kyler Murray. I mean, there were plays against Goff where we sent 8, like literally. Jeez. Now I know that there are 5 eligible receivers on the field, but what we do is we put 8 on the line and we bump and run the tight end. And if they stay into block, we stay there with them so that we can keep our eye on the quarterback just in case they want to get out. But everybody else goes. So this scheme is unique in the way that no teams have done it, but they don't do it consistently. And we've been doing it consistently in those games, and it has been causing havoc for the quarterbacks. And it leaves quarterbacks to throw quick fade routes, quick slants, and that's where we get creative, where we put 8 on the line and we have our defensive tackles at time back out into coverage right away. And we've even gotten interceptions off of that, defensive tackles. So I'm happy about that against a mobile quarterback like Kyler Murray, because a lot of those fans that told you they're worried about his legs, they say that because Josh Allen and Cam Newton ran all over us in week 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
But again, that's also because Byron Jones got hurt.
That's
and
right.
everybody in the secondary had to shift over, and it was like everybody was out of position to fill that void. But what happened in that situation, we end up running a lot of zone. Now, when Byron Jones came back 4 weeks ago, we can go into what this defense was designed for, and that's man-to-man. If you get beat, we'll live with it. But that's not often happening with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones on the outside. So they've been attacking quarterbacks. I'm happy about that against the Kyler Murray, because if you put some hits on him, you make him make mistakes. He's still young. Right. And you can win this game. But when you bail everybody to the quarterback, all it takes is one slip up. If he escapes, you have no one to defend him, because everybody out there in the secondary is man-to-man. Right. That's the only concern. So there's going to have to be some level of contain with that zero blitz. But I'm pretty confident with the coach we have. We're going to execute that. I feel positive about our defense, but we will not treat Arizona like we did the Rams. Right. We will not treat Arizona like we did San Francisco. I'm going into this game with that full expectation, but we will make plays on defense. We will make Kyler Murray's life a little harder. I'm not going to say we're going to shut him down at all. Right. So that's why I feel good about our defense in this game. The reality is, since we're not going to shut Arizona's offense down, but we're going to make it tough, you all still may find a way to put points on the board. My concern is us putting points on the board. Right.
Exactly. That was going to be my question to you. Exactly, guys. Being that Tua Tagovailoa is going to be a second, I probably butchered his name, but he's going to be coming into the second game to start. Last week against the Rams, he didn't have the best game as far as stats go. Do you think he's going to be able to get better, in your opinion?
Well, it's skewed. Yeah. This is the game you saw. His first game is a game where you cannot pay attention to the stats. Right. If you paid attention to the stats, you would see that the Rams almost had 500 yards. The time of possession was literally 2-1. It was like 40 minutes to 20 minutes. And there's no way we win that game, right? Right. 500 yards and that time of possession, but we dominated the game, because that's why the stats doesn't matter. Tua didn't have to do anything. What we did with Tua is ran on first down, ran on second down, threw on third in a tough situation. And a lot of that also came late in the game when it was trash time. Mm-hmm. We only had 8 first downs in the entire game. And we put our rookie in a lot of third down situations because we tried to run the ball a lot. But that's something we were given the luxury to be able to do early in the game, because we were turning them over. We were running back kicks. We were, getting them off the field and having the punt. We were doing it all on defense. So I think they protected him, made sure that he didn't have to be the reason we won. And so I don't look at his stats of, he has to get better. This is actually his coming out party. With our running back situation, our number 1 and number 2 running back going down, he's probably going to have to throw the ball more. This will be the test. This will be the coming out party. I'm actually glad he had, the last game where he could, work on a few kinks. Right. So we don't know what to expect from Tua. If a Dolphin fan tells you what to expect, they'd be lying. Right. we have no clue what to expect. It could be night and day. He could go out there with 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, all the better. We don't know. So it's just a question of, are we going to be able to go down the field and put points on the board? No one knows. We don't know what to expect on offense. We also ran 7-man offensive lines last game to make sure he was protected. Wow. We ran 3 routes, 3 receiver routes most of the game. So we limited the playbook to make sure that we can actually protect him too. But that's going to have to open up this week, and none of us know what to expect. The good thing is, I told you this earlier, we are getting our rookie first round left tackle back. He started the season phenomenal. We moved the offensive line around the last 3 weeks to make up for it, and he's back now and active, and hopefully he'll be on the field game time. But that's a huge plus. Nice. That is a huge plus. So we may not need the double teams, right, on the outside.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I hope for a good game, honestly. I'm excited about it. I mean, obviously we all both have, highlights to your team, to my team. It's all going to come down to it. And I'm a firm believer of any given Sunday. Every single Sunday is a chance for somebody to win that we just didn't think it was going to happen. It's the way that the coach is going to call it and all that different stuff. But I'm confident, man. I'm confident about the Arizona Cardinals. As you're confident about, the Dolphins. So it makes for a really good matchup. I really hope it's going to be, deliver all this greatness to it. So we'll see.
Me too. Now, I have some difficult questions for you as well.
Let's go.
Because I'm going to dive a little deeper in Arizona Cardinals football. So talk to us about Josh Rosen. What happened in that situation?
No, that's a great question, man. And you're not the first one who's asked me this. So yeah, the Josh Rosen situation was definitely ugly, classless, something that we haven't really seen within the NFL at all. But it seems like it's going to be the trend from here on out. If you're not delivering on that first year, second year, third year, you're going to get booted. Because I don't know if you heard, but Sam Darnold might get the boot and they might get Trevor Lawrence, but that's neither here nor there. But at that specific moment, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I've done multiple collaborations. I'm going to say the same thing I've always said before. I honestly was one of the people that wanted to stick with Josh Rosen. Nothing to do with Kyler Murray, nothing bad to say about him, but I hated the fact that we were going to move on from Josh Rosen with after 1 year when it wasn't all 100% his fault. Now, I know you guys seen a little bit. I know you guys seen a little bit on your side when he was with you guys, but I feel like it was a little different because we did have like Steve Wilkes. Everything was just bad. Like everything that could go bad that year went bad, and Josh Rosen just didn't cut it. I'll be obviously now looking at it, but at that moment,
but it was the same with us too. When he got in the game, we had one of the most terrible offensive lines in the league as well. We couldn't. Matter of fact, Ryan Fitzpatrick was the starter last year, and that old line couldn't protect him. It was so bad. We benched him and went with Rosen. It was just as bad, and we ended up going back with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So that's good to hear because it's kind of like what you're saying is you wanted to stick with Rosen.
Yep.
It makes me feel like the Tannehill effect. A lot of people, Tannehill, he's the problem. When a lot of times he never had what he needed around him. And when he finally did, he got hurt. Right. So it was a tough situation. But now look at him in Tennessee, thriving. So it's just a matter of if Rosen's going to get that opportunity, long term. Right now, isn't he on the Bucs practice squad?
He's on the Bucs. Yep, exactly. Obviously, at this point in the career of Kyler Murray, I wouldn't change it any other way. I mean, obviously, I would go to the past and slap myself now. But at that very moment, I wanted to keep Rosen and probably get Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams. But now kind of looking at them and Bosa being hurt and Quinnen Williams being I think I'm happy with the choice.
Wow. All right. What about Kenyan Drake, man?
So Kenyan Drake, when we ended up getting him from you guys, he had a really, really good 8 games last year. And everybody was super hyped up. This is going to be the guy. We're super excited. He's perfect for the Cliff Kingsbury's offense. This year, something about the way his running style, he actually really seemed very similar to what we used to see with David Johnson. He was just doing too much, not hitting those holes, stutter stepping way too much. And it was really annoying.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're saying this.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't understand. Drake was with Drake was with Miami. We know, right?
Right.
People argue with me all the time. I said Drake is not the back you want. You don't get it.
Yeah.
What happens is Drake will see a hole that can get him 5 yards, but he'll also see on the left side of him a 30-yard opportunity if he beats a guy where it's not favorable. He'll bounce it out to try and take a loss or get 1 yard. That's the issue. He's not selecting the right holes. He's not making great decisions. And I used to say this all the time, and people say, watch you go to Arizona and be great. He went to Arizona. He played great football because, new situation.
Right.
And in this year, it just hasn't been the same.
He hasn't, man. I think he's had 1 game where we're like, oh my God, that's the Drake of last year. But no, he's not the same. I honestly prefer Chase Edmonds. Not only is he a receiving back, but he just hits the holes a lot better and he finds the right hole to kind of burst through. And Chase Edmonds is going to get his opportunity.
Exactly, man. Man, I'm listening. He's hurt now. So
Yes.
what's his situation? How long is he gonna be out?
Right now, what they told us is not season ending, but I could see him probably be gone. Obviously, counting this week, probably a total of 3-4 weeks. But I think we're going to get Chase Edmonds the opportunity to be that number one, which I'm a little worried because also when we did get the opportunity to Chase Edmonds, he got hurt as well. So I don't know.
So it looks like when Drake comes back, he might be splitting carries.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like, unless Chase Edmonds blows it out of the park and he gives it. But we'll see. Honestly, I think the way that NFL is doing it now is running back by committee. And I don't mind it. It sucks for fantasy, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. We can remain him healthy.
Because Drake is contract year, isn't he?
Yeah, he was only on a transition tag. Yeah, we didn't actually like put him on a whole. Yeah, we were like a prove it deal. So not really proving it right now.
On the prove it year, he's slipping, huh? Wow, man, oh man. That's crazy to hear. That's what I was telling people all this time. And I saw when he went to Arizona, I said, and he got a few touchdowns and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, Drake probably found a better place for him. But that's crazy to hear that he's reverting right back to the issues that I used to say he had.
Yep.
That is crazy. So what's your team's aspirations going forward? 5-2 right now, looking real good, about to be 5-3, but that's still good. Because we're gonna be 5-3 as well, so it's still good. So what are the teams? What's the aspirations? Are you winning the division? What's going on?
The thing with the division is that's not my obviously that's the aspirations for every year, but the thing is with the Seahawks being there, it's going to be hard to kind of get them one unless we sweep them, which we took care of them, when we played them. But when we go to CenturyLink Field, I feel like it's going to be a different story. But I can be solid at number 2 in the NFC West, being that obviously, San Francisco 49ers is going through injuries like you haven't seen before. The Rams, I just don't feel like they're going to be like that. They might be number 3, but still get like 7-8 wins. I can honestly see the Arizona Cardinals get 9 to 10 wins this year.
9 to 10. You're 5-2 right now, and you got 9 to 10 coming up.
Yep.
What would that be? 5? Because that means you have 9 more games. So are you saying possibly 4-4 or 4-5 for the rest of the season?
Yep.
Well, I guess this is one of those losses. This is one of those losses.
I mean, obviously, I want more.
Listen, I want more. hey, Dan Mitchell just checked into the comment section.
Oh,
we're gonna destroy the Buffalo Bills in this division, and he's probably coming over to like, come on, Arizona, do it for us. We got him nervous, so he's rooting for you guys, but you're both gonna be wrong this weekend.
Hey, I'm rooting for him to beat the Seahawks. So Dan Mitchell, do what you gotta do, and all that.
Well, that ain't happening. That's not happening. Buffalo has but do you all play Buffalo as well coming up, right?
We play them right after,
next week, and that's a W for you guys. You get some redemption in the AFC East.
W, exactly. That's it. This is now we're communicating. This is what I like.
See, hey, exactly. we take this W, and then y'all take next week W. I'm for it. Okay, that's what's up, man.
We'll see.
So, do you have any questions for us on the Dolphin side of things?
Yeah, I mean, who is going to be your running back? I mean, it'd probably be obviously running back by committee, but that you're hurt right now. Who are you guys gonna be rolling with?
I believe we're gonna be going with a multitude of different players. Jordan Howard. I still got to get an update if Patrick Laird is gonna be okay. We also Bowden Jr.'s hurt out, so we had to move up an undrafted rookie off of the practice squad today. And he plays receiver, so I guess we're really trying to figure it all out. But I think we'll be fine because we also run the Wildcat as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we run the Wildcat as well, so we have guys that can come in and make plays in that position as well. But I like I said, this is going to be interesting on how we do it. But Jordan Howard's pretty much going to be the guy. He's the highest paid running back on the roster. We brought him in this year to be the guy, but two other guys had produced better in camp. So this is his shot. I mean, he was supposed to be the guy. So this is his shot. He's healthy, the freshest legs in the NFL. And We'll see what we get out of it, but I just hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't become stagnant, because that means Tua is going to be throwing the ball more. That can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. That's why the unknown is the scary part.
Right.
Like, bro, you have to realize we could come out in this game, get blown out. We could come out in this game and be very competitive and shocked. And we could come out of this game and dominate. All of that is possible, and that's it's driving me crazy in this game.
You're absolutely right, man, and I can go ahead and vouch for that, because games that we won and like lost, like the Lions and then the Panthers, made us look really, really like dumb. So like I can definitely 100% agree with you right there. So if you guys like take a page out of those books as far as them beating us, especially that Panthers game, we looked really bad, really sluggish. I don't even know what to say, but it was a really bad game. So yeah, I don't know. I'm right there with you. This can go any which way. Cardinals can dominate. Cardinals can have a terrible game. We'll see.
How is your O-line?
It's not the best, but it's gotten definitely improved. It's definitely improved.
You're making me feel better, man. You're making me feel better.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. In my preview video, I mean, I know you guys. Is it Emmanuel Ogba? Right? Is that
yes? He got.
Yeah.
I think he got 6 right now.
Yeah, that's one guy that I'm really worried about, and I put that on my preview video. Like I said, I don't really watch a lot of Finns or Dolphins, play and stuff like that. But going by stats and all that different stuff, which just doesn't tell you a lot of the story.
That's the crazy thing. If you look at the stats, like Ogba has 6, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a whole bunch of guys with like 3 and 4 because they come from any and everywhere at any moment, depending on how the coach dials it up. So
that's scary.
It's going to be interesting. Like Ogba just stands out. I don't even know why. Well, I mean, I know why he stands out. He's out there working hard, but it's like everybody's eating this year. It's just that his is, peaking more than others.
Right.
But man, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Like the Dolphins fans are shocked as well. In the sense, I mean, I called it. I called it in preseason. I said, I was telling everybody this is the vision of the defense. But to be fair, it was like we're still a year away because they have to come together, blah, blah, blah. But, man, they're starting to show it, and it starts with those 2 corners, man. Quarterbacks are having a hard time throwing on them, even with the best receivers out here, man. Quarterbacks are finding no separation, and we run that philosophy, man-to-man, bump and run, and if you can cover well, that means 2 things. The receiver has to be perfect, and the quarterback has to be perfect. Look at all of these elite quarterbacks who throw to a wide open guy, but the receiver's reaching behind them to catch the ball. They catch it and keep running. It all looks good, but that's not accurate. But if you had great coverage on the play, a play could be made. So this requires your quarterback to be the utmost accurate, make a quick decision because the pressure's coming, and the receiver has to run a perfect route as well with the guy in his face bump and run. It's not like you get free motion. So that's why I'm excited about the D-Hop situation, because I really want to see our defense give him his worst game.
Right.
Because he's the type that'll take the roof off, but you need a few seconds to get to the roof. And our defensive line, if we deploy the same scheme, they're not going to let that happen. Kyler Murray's going to have to make quick decisions, very quick. Or you can look for Arizona to do a lot of rollout plays.
Right.
Hike the ball, roll to the right, even though that cuts off half of the field, but it still buys time to make a decision. So those are the things I look for them to do, because this defense is going to come. I'm going to go crazy if we sit back there in the zone and give cushion all day. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go crazy. I am going to go crazy because we've done things like that, and it makes absolutely no sense.
Kyler Murray effect, man. It might happen.
Yes. So what about your running back situation with the Drake? I know you said who would come in, but who's behind him?
Man, dude. Jonathan Ward, I believe his name is, and there's DJ Foster, I think too. Nobody that's worth mentioning. I'm not even gonna lie here, honestly. I was hoping Eno Benjamin was gonna get his opportunity from ASU, who's a running back that we drafted in the 7th round, but it doesn't seem like they're looking his way very much. I think we're gonna see a good dose of Chase Edmonds and the sprinkle of Ward just whenever he needs some rest. But you're gonna see a lot of Chase Edmonds is what you're most likely gonna see.
Wow, it's crazy. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one, man.
It is, man. And here's the thing, man. Both of our teams are in kind of the same situation. You're chasing the Bills, we're chasing the Seahawks, but we're the number 2 spot. And any which way can win, it's any given Sunday. If Dan Mitchell's still in here, you guys can beat the division winners.
We will. Now, I want to be nice to you, but I can't. If I'm gonna be real, I don't know if that's gonna happen with Seattle, but it can happen.
Yeah.
But I think it's less likely for y'all though.
Hey, did you see that Sunday night football game, bro?
Listen, Seattle wins by the hair every week.
Yeah,
we should have beat Seattle. If our backup, if Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't sit here and kept throwing picks, like we were winning, we were dominating the game. We were stopping Russell Wilson. We were getting it done. That's when we were starting to turn the table. But mistakes at the quarterback position, even early in the season when we played Buffalo and lost. I mean, we held them to 21 points, and we threw like 2 or 3 picks in that game. You're not going to win like that. So a lot of the problems we've had early in the season also came from the offensive side of the ball turning it over. So we're a much better team than our record suggests. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm excited about it, man.
Me too.
This is it, because if we win, nobody can tell me nothing, man.
I mean, you're right, man. You're right.
Nothing.
Right now the Cardinals are probably the team that a lot of people are talking about. Everyone wants to talk about Kyler Murray because he uses his legs a lot. Everyone wants to talk about. So you're right.
This is a good matchup. This should be the game of the week. This is a good matchup, man. Man, and if we get some good productivity from Tua, oh my gosh.
Dude, I think the most thing I'm really excited about, honestly, is the Tua, and it's probably going to happen very often, but the Tua-Kyler matchup would be just awesome. And I'm just super excited for the future about both of them. I don't know. I'm just getting me all giddy now. Why can't it be tomorrow already? Jesus. Come on now.
I know, right? And it's a later game for us. So
I know that's the worst part. That's the worst part.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But man, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. So basically, I am on YouTube here as well. I go by the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, and Instagram, Twitter, pretty much the same handle. All same little logo that I use on YouTube, the cartoon version of me. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Thank you for letting me be on here.
No, thanks for being on. But I got one more for you, Jordan Phillips.
I was hoping a little bit more production. I think he's got 2 to 3 sacks on the year so far. I honestly, obviously, I would rather have him in the game than not. But yeah, he's going to be playing. Hopefully, he can make some, disruptions. But we'll see.
That's what's up, man. Guys, make sure you go check out AZ Sports Fan right now. Don't hesitate. Go show some love, man. See, he's not one of the annoying fans around the league that don't know football, man. He's a pretty cool guy. So check him out. Go sub to the channel. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Finn's family appreciates it. We love doing these, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy Saturday to spend some time with us. We love you for that, man.
No problem, man. Anytime to talk about football, man. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good game.
You do the same. I'll see you soon, bro. Man, guys, are y'all ready for tomorrow night? Are y'all ready for tomorrow evening, I should say? This is the game. This is the game. I'm going to tell y'all now, this is our test. It's not the Chiefs later. This is our test. But let me say this as well. Let me help y'all understand why I actually feel really good about this. It's not a must win for us. I mean, it's a must win for me because I want that feeling. But this isn't a must win for us. I mean, every game is a must win, but this is not a must win. And to go into a game that's not a must win and feel like we have a chance to win is a great feeling. You know how people, we play the Chiefs, you can mark that as a loss. This isn't a must win. Out of every projection that I say, we're going to beat this team, we're going to beat that team, I always said, and say we do lose to the Cardinals, I always put them as a loss just to be fair, because I know they're a good team. It's not a must win, but we can win. And when we win and we're 5-3, with 8 games left. 5-3 with 8 games left. That is the goal, ladies and gentlemen, to go into the halftime of this season 5-3 with 8 games left. Do you know the difference between 5-3 and 4-4? It's a big difference, but it's way better than 3-5. We faced 3-4 and 3-5 down the barrel last week, and we smacked it upside the head and said, "Get away from me." And we went up above 500. And now we're coming into what is going to be a heck of a game. I'm more excited to see how our coaches coach this game, because good or bad, I think a lot of the aggression or happiness is going to come from coaches' decisions in this game. Coaching decisions, how they want to contain Kyler Murray. I, for one, would love to see them continue to zero blitzes. Zero across the board, come at him, and let those other guys on the tight end and the running back keep spying him just in case he escapes the one. I want to see them get up and at him, because it reminds me of his first preseason game when I was actually mad at Kyler Murray. I don't know if y'all remember that. 2 years ago, I streamed Kyler Murray's first preseason game, and they sent blitzes and came at him the entire game and made him look terrible. Y'all remember that? He looked so bad in that first preseason game. And he comes up to the camera, and this is why I got mad at him. He comes up to the camera for his interview, and a defender comes up to him and say, "All right, bro." And they dap it up. And he says on camera to the guy, "Man, come on, man. Y'all had to blitz me all day like that. Ain't let me do nothing." I was like, gosh, you conceded like that? It made me mad. A young guy, why y'all had to blitz me like that? This the NFL, kid. That's what's going to happen. But a lot of people have backed off in this league, and they don't blitz him as much, believe it or not, because they're just worried about the threat of his legs. They need to come after this kid. They need to attack him all game, make him make quick decisions. And with those corners, we're probably going to eat again. That's what they need to do. Now, he's one of those glitch runners. He's one of those glitch runners. Like you're coming up to him, glitch, and he out of there. You got to play bottle him up defense on him. It ain't the same guy that you could just come at and wrap up, because that one move will shake you, because he's a quick mover. And I'm not even talking about stride speed, just reaction speed. So we'll see how this turns out. This is going to be a game of the linebackers. This is going to be the game of the linebackers, because the D linemen are going to have to keep his lanes limited, but the linebackers are going to be the ones that have to catch him. This is the game of linebackers. Van Ginkel, guys like Van Ginkel, Roberts. You might even see some ignominy in this game. Noah might have to come in that box a lot in this game. They might use him just from a speed standpoint. So I'm telling y'all, this is the game of the linebackers. They're going to have to bottle him up. Offense, I can't even speak on. I have no clue what to expect. Yeah, Jerome Baker too. Jerome Baker's definitely going to have to be a guy who finishes on Kyler Murray. So we shall see. Brandon Jones, all of them, guys. The whole second level linebackers and safeties. They're going to have to keep their eyes out on them. TD, will Austin Jackson play in this game? I don't know. I really don't. I hope so, if he's ready. Kirk Merritt's been upgraded. He's traveling with the team. Yes, practice squad. Kirk Merritt, wide receiver, the guy that I told y'all about in the offseason. I said, this is that guy. Kirk Merritt's going to be the next Isaiah Ford, but in my belief, a little better upside. Excuse me. Kirk Merritt's going to be the new Isaiah Ford, but with a little better upside. He may take some time to get his opportunity, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Tua, no running game. He will be needed in expecting 30-plus left arm throws. We'll see, man. But it's tomorrow. At the end of the day, man, it is what it is. It's tomorrow. The game is tomorrow. I'm so ready for it. Y'all hit that like button. We got 208 people watching, only 209 likes. Me and the wife will be ready tomorrow. We'll be ready for the game. I'll be right here streaming. She probably going to hang out right over here. I might hook up the other camera closer to her so she can hang out and chill. But we're going to be ready for tomorrow, man. It's about to go down. I hope y'all ready for this, man. See, I love games like this. But the real thing is, like, can we please win? Please, if we can get this W, this is the best setup ever. Like, gosh, man, this is like brings you so much confidence. If you can get this W, if we can get this W right here, this is the one, y'all. This is the one. I'm sorry. This is the one. If we can get this one, we already shocked everybody with San Francisco to Rams. See, come on, man. I don't want to split in this division because Seattle lucked out on us. But if we can get the Cardinals, man, and then you got the Chargers after that at home. I like that game. And then after that, you got the Broncos at home, 2 inferior teams back-to-back at home. And then you got the Jets at home, 3 inferior teams at home. If we win this game, we might end up 8-3. You can't tell me we ain't going to be number 1 in the division at that point. Not with Buffalo having to play Seattle, then having to play Arizona. And then we go on the road, but it's to the Bengals. 4 games that we should – but we already talked about this, y'all. We said those are 5 games that if we are who we think we are, we're going to win. We're going to beat the Chargers, the Broncos, the Jets, and the Bengals. 4 games that if we are who we think we are, we're going to win. We're going to win. That will make us 9-3. If we win this game right here, we be 9-3. If we lose this game, we could still be 8-4. That's why I say this isn't a must win, but it's the one that puts you over the top. Because you go 9-3 with 4 games left. First of all, you already possibly a wild card with the 9. But you know how, because there's an extra playoff spot now. But y'all know how that go. You don't want to guarantee it. So you got 4 games to get 1 win because 10 wins going to get you in now. 10 wins will get you in because there's an extra playoff spot. 10 wins and you're in. 10 and you're in. So imagine being 9-3 with 4 games left. Oh my gosh. Now I know those 4 games ain't going to be easy. You got the Chiefs on the road. You got the Patriots on the road, but that's payback. You got the Raiders at home, which is a good thing it's at home. And you got the Bills on the road. You don't tell me we're not going to get one of those. If we don't get all 4. I said it. And then my first prediction will come true, 13-3. My first prediction of 13-3 will come true. And if we go 13-3, listen, I'm going off on everybody on this channel. Even if you agree with me, I'm going off on you. Told you so. Well, I said so too, TD. Nah, this is just for me. Just for me. Oh, man. Nah, that was my original, y'all, but I adjusted that to 10-6. I adjusted it to 10-6. In beating the Rams, I still kept it at 10-6, but we win this game right here, my total went up to 11. My total went up to 11 if we win this game. If we win this game, my total goes up to 11 because I've always had the Cardinals as one that maybe we'll lose it. And it ain't because I'm worried about them. It's because I wanted to be honest. I wanted to say, we should be this team. We should be that team. That could be a loss on the road. On the road. TD, what parts of the roster still needs to be filled? We could still use another good nose tackle. I like to get a lot better at that position. And even with the guys we have now, whoever they compete in camp, and then that means you just have great depth. What else? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think next year we need to double back and go in the draft and get another corner. Like they say, you can never have enough, but you keep working guys out. You want another good corner as well. You also go in the draft and you get you another safety as well in the later rounds, like you did this time. Because Rowe and Bobby McCain are playing excellent, but you always, just in case one of them get hurt, want to have good depth. And we got some depth right now, but still, you want to keep that going. Plus, these guys are going to need more money at some point. These guys are playing so well that their next contract, we're going to have to make a decision whether we can keep them or not. So on the defensive side of the ball, that's where we're at. When it comes to linebacker, y'all need to understand my philosophy. Linebackers are like receivers to me. I don't need superior dominant linebackers. I used to say that even a year ago, man. We just need that one great linebacker. Not anymore, because if we could get a whole bunch of guys like we have now, 7s and 8s, just like starters and backups, just spread it out and keep that. I'm good with that. I try to explain to y'all, on a roster, there's certain positions where you have to be okay without spending massive buku money, but still surviving. And to me, on offense, that's wide receiver, and on defense, that's linebacker. As long as you got a whole bunch of above average guys and you're not going for the star and then have a whole bunch of trash guys behind them. I'd rather fill the roster with decent play, because this is a hard, you got to go through a full year of football. People get hurt. These teams got players getting hurt, but then their backup is just boo-boo trash because the starter makes half of the money. It's crazy. I'd rather it like this. Those are the two positions. Just keep on developing wide receivers that can get the job done, and start to show some guys growing and having that elite status, like Devontae Parker. Like, I don't know, y'all can knock on me all you want. Devontae Parker ain't the creme de la creme receiver of the league, but he's a top receiver in the league. You see what I'm saying? It's like if you got every team got a number one receiver, he's a number one, but he ain't the best receiver in the league. You see what I mean? Because you don't need the best. You just need a guy who can be your number one. There's a difference. I mean, was Odell Beckham playing any better than Devontae? But Odell Beckham getting that ridiculous money. Is Jarvis Landry playing that much better than Devontae? But they're getting a lot more money. So you just need a guy who can be your number one and not get $16 million a year. That's what you need. That's why I feel like the wide receiver position and the linebacker position are the two positions on either side of the ball where you don't want to try to go after the most elite person. I really think it's overrated. It's overrated. It's really overrated to me. Do you think the early 2000s Dolphins team would have been better served by a better quarterback and head coach? In our last playoff win, we ran the ball over 40 times. The early 2000s? Better quarterback and better coach. Well, everybody will say better quarterback because they haven't loved anyone since Dan Marino, even though we've had some decent ones since Dan Marino, but it's nobody that they fell in love with. So quarterback, no question. Head coach, that's been, I can't put it on all the head coaches, but I really think under Tannenbaum, we didn't know how to operate a team. We really didn't. We didn't have a system of what we were trying to accomplish. It's my alarm. We didn't have a team or a system and knew what we were trying to accomplish. We were just trying to get great players, put a team together, run these plays, and let's try to win football games. You know, We didn't have a system of leadership. We didn't have, a philosophy. We didn't have a set things that we look for in players. Think about the first day that Brian Flores came. I want leaders. I want guys with good hands, feet, eyes. I want guys who are coachable. I want guys who are trying to win games and not be distracted. Like, those 5 things were more than we've ever heard that we wanted. Leader is always the cliche one, but Flores explained the type of leader he wanted. It makes a difference. You got to have a program in place. You have to have a system in place. You have to be one. Your whole organization has to be one. That's the one thing I commend about this new regime. Everybody on the same page, y'all. And I'm sure there's disagreements, but you never know. We got to try to read through them. That's what I appreciate most. Like, we have an organization now, not just a little clown show of somebody bought the team. Now they trying to bring in a big paid coach. Now they trying to just bring in good stars, just trying to play around. No, I like that Stephen Ross allows, the organization to build, and they keep him informed of what they're doing, why they're doing it. And they're running it like a proper business, not a sideshow hobby. They're running it like a proper business. So I'm telling y'all, in that front office, Ross isn't sitting there like, let me tell y'all, because Ross told you 2 drafts in a row. Started 3 years ago. Ross told you 2 drafts in a row. I didn't like the first pick. I wanted a quarterback. The next draft. I thought we'd be getting a quarterback. Ross did 2 drafts, and y'all don't remember that? Ross had his own mouth. One of them, I forgot who was the first one. I don't know. I don't know if it was Minka or what, but I didn't like the draft pick. I thought we would get a quarterback. Then the next one, I don't know who it was. Was it Christian Wilkins or something? And he was like, yeah, I figured we'd get a quarterback. I don't know. I forget which year it was, but he said it twice. Charles Harris, y'all said probably. But he said it twice. So he has his opinions, but he's letting them make the decisions. So here's what he does as an owner. And this is the way it's supposed to be. People don't understand the politics about running a business in football. It's the way it's supposed to be. The owner may feel one way, but not like it, but go ahead. Because if it fails, who's accountable for it? Y'all, not me. I'm just going to fire you. So I sit back. See, that's the thing. The higher ups shouldn't be criticizing what the person below them doing. They're supposed to take it, ask why. What is the like? His job is to say, why did you pick him and not a quarterback? Well, I thought we should do this, do that, do this. You didn't feel like this was more important at the time? No, I didn't feel like that because this, that, and this. Oh, okay, all right. And then in the owner's head, all right, that's what he felt. He's the GM. He's the guy I hired because he knows this game and his job to get it done. So I got to trust that. And when they go out there and they do it, man, I'm glad I got this guy. When they go out there and didn't do it, well, why didn't this work? But you told me before that this and that, that, and this. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You took that chance. You the one that went and got that guy instead of that guy. Unfortunately, I'm going to be moving on. You're fired. That's how it's supposed to work. It's not supposed to be stepping on toes. But I'm going to tell y'all now, I personally feel like Tua was an ownership pick. And it wasn't, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think it was a case of go get Tua no matter what. I think it was a case of 2 years in a row, Ross done told you, why didn't you get the quarterback? And now you feel like we got to get it now. Let's get it now. I just feel like that's what it was, man. But I like what we're doing, though, as an organization. I like how we're handling things. It doesn't get any better than this, man. Everybody's in unison, and Flores always says in his pressers when you ask about personnel, he says that's a Greer question. Everybody's doing their job. They communicate and talk through it with each other, but they're doing their job. Flores is like, whatever team you give me, I got to coach, but we'll talk about that team. Say hi.
Hi.
You see everybody?
Hi.
No, you don't see everybody, but they see you.
I see you.
They see you. Yeah. You in your pajamas? Mommy bathed you?
Yeah, I see you.
Now, I don't understand that other language you talking about. He's in here with me.
I said night.
Oh, what time is it?
No.
Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. Mommy said night. Mommy gonna read a book? You gonna read a book to him? I'm about to get off in a second, so don't pray with him yet. I'll wait till I come in. No. Bye. I'll see you in a second.
Say bye-bye.
Oh.
Go daddy, bye-bye.
Okay, give me a hug. He looks so sad. Give me a hug. It's okay. It's okay. I know. Mommy tried to take you from me.
Boy, shut up.
I'm coming, okay? Okay, I'll see you in a second, okay? It's all right. Let him close it out with me. I'm gonna be like 2 minutes. All right, y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here. We finna go read a book to the babies and tickle them for a little and say our prayers so that they can go to bed. But say I love you.
I see you.
Say go Fins.
And friends.
Say Dolphins.
I'm Tatis.
Fins up.
And Russ.
All right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say this is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button.
I want it.
Yeah, the mic. You want to talk?
Yeah.
Go talk. Say hi.
Hi.
You ready to go?
No.
Yes.
I want to go.
You ready to go to bed?
About.
You want to go sleep?
Yeah. And then.
All right, give me hugs. All right, bye-bye. All right, y'all. Y'all get y'all some rest, man. We got the big game tomorrow. Y'all take care of business. Me and the wife will be ready. And let's get this W, man. We're gonna go put the babies to sleep and then enjoy a beautiful dinner and watch some movies together. So I'll see y'all. Y'all try to do some of the same tonight. Peace. We out.